Alright, so I have not done a Leetcode video in a long time, so let's kind of get back into the swing of things and let's continue where we left off, which was going through this neat code map and doing linked lists. So next one is reorder list, so it's medium. Alright, reorder linked list. You are given the head of a singly linked list, okay? The positions of a linked list. The positions of a linked list of length 7, for example, can initially be represented as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? Reorder the nodes of the linked list to be in the following order: 0, 6, 1, 5, 2, 4, 3. Okay. So it's not reverse, it's almost haphazardly ordered. Okay. Notice that in the general case, for a list of length n, the nodes are reordered to be in the following order: 0, n minus 1, 1, n minus 2, 2, n minus 3. Okay, so there is some order to it. This 6, the n minus 1, goes here. Then n minus 2 goes here, n minus 3 goes here. Okay. Okay. You may not modify the values in the linked list, but instead you must reorder the nodes themselves. Okay, so all right, it's always going to be this configuration. So this is a singly linked list, so I can't just start from the back. I was thinking maybe I start from the back and then I have 2 pointers. Well, if I have this node here, if I have a pointer here, what do I want? I want my next, and I need some way to reference the last node. I mean, you're given a singly linked list. Does that mean it has to stay a singly linked list? Why don't I just create a new linked list going the other way? I guess I can't modify this right here. Like, I can't do just self-dot previous. That's unfortunate. Well, so I can't do self.previous. If I'm here, I have to have some way to get that last one. But how would I do that? Except just iterating through the entire list. The other thing that I'm thinking is maybe I reorder. Or, okay, so if I go through the list, and let's say I do a stack, okay? I have a stack, because what do I want? Okay, I want, if I add this one, and then I add this one, I add this one, here, 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 this is first in, first out. So I want something first in, first out, which would be a stack, okay? So if I traverse once, I add each node to the stack, okay? Then I have this last element, right? And so now I have my head here, or my current, I'm going to say current, right there. And then I also know the last one, which is on my stack. So I can pop from the stack to get my last one, okay? And then I just need to kind of keep this one in my pocket. So that's going to be like future or next, right? Or not next, but because next is a keyword here, but like future something is here so that I can keep track of it. And then I reorder this number 6 next to be this 1 here, okay? So now 6 kind of lost its next. Is that okay? Well, in this case, yes, because next is null. Okay, so then what do? Is I go to the next, which is this 2. Okay, so now I have 0. Sorry, wait, no, it would be the 1. Sorry. I have the 0, and I just put the 6 here, and then I go to next, which is going to be 1. Okay, and that's fine. We're okay with that. Then I want to reorder 1, or not reorder 1, but reorder its next. So I pop again from 5 and say that you are now 5.next is 2. So I say 1.next is 5, 5.next is 2. Okay. And now I lost the connection between 5 and 6. But that's fine because 5 is no longer pointing to 6, and 6 is no longer in that order anyways. So that's fine. Okay, so now we have this. And then we have 2, okay? So the other thing that I'm thinking about is when do I know that I can stop? So let me keep thinking about this. Because technically 1 is in our stack, but we've already passed up 1. So we don't want to revisit 1. We can't just do while stack. So now I go to the next one, which is now 2. And then I say, okay. I need this 2. The next one is now going to be 3. Okay. So now I inject that 4 in there. Okay. I inject the 4. And then I move on to 3. And now this is where I need to stop. So my conditions should be while current.next. Yeah, while current.next. I'm going to just write that down. While current.next. Okay. So pass. Now, what do I want to do? I want to build a stack. So I'm just going to traverse. So current equals head. Okay. While current my stack dot append like this, and I need my stack right here is equal to a list. Okay. So I'm going to append to that list. Okay. And what am I appending? I'm appending cur, so the entire node itself. Okay, and then I go cur dot current equals cur dot next. Okay, there we go. Now I should kind of guard the case where if we only have 1. So if not head return, what would that be? Return null, right? None. And then if not head dot next return head. Okay, so if we only have one in our list, it's already in that order. So we just return head. Okay. So now, what do I want to do here? So I need a current and I need a future. So I'm going to say current is equal to head and future is equal to head dot next. And we're guaranteed that both of these exist for right now. Okay. Because we already checked right here. So now what do I want to do? I want to reorder it. I want to say 0, you are now equal to, so 0 dot next is going to be this 6. Okay, so that's what I want to say. So I want to say, I want to get my node, so my node is equal to my stack dot pop, okay? And then I want to say current dot next is equal to my node, right? So now I just created the link to say 0 from this node, your next is 6, okay? But I also now need to say 6, your next is going to be this one. And I stored this one in this future element. So I'm going to say my node dot next is equal to future. Okay. Now I need to move things over. Okay, so now I have this right here. So I have 6 dot next is equal to 1. So I have 0, 6, 1, kind of like that. Okay. And I now need to put my current at this 1. So I want to do that, which, so current equals future, right? Because future was 1. So I move my current over by 1. And then I want to change my future. Future equals this one too, future.next. Okay. So let me try to look at the last. We're going to investigate what happens here, but first let me just kind of do return head, right? Okay, so let's kind of take into consideration the last one. So we're here at this like 4. Oh wait, no, I think we were like this right here. So then I pop. We have the 2 here. I pop the, if I'm at 2, I'm here. I pop the next one, which is going to be 4. So I pop 4, okay? And then I insert 4. So I come here, I get 4. I say, hey, your next, number 2, your next is 4. Next is 4. And then my node dot next because I'm not convinced that this actually terminates when I think it is. So my node dot next, this can be this 4 dot next is future. Is that 3? Okay. So now 3 here three. So current is now equal to 3 here. Future equals future.next. And 3, now keep in mind, what is 3's next? It's 4. And that's not going to terminate. What I'm thinking is, I know that there's a relationship between the index that I'm at. For example, like, and how many times I popped from the list. So I'm not sure how I do this. It would be something like I equals 0, and then I say while I can't even do this. Like, I can't even do while here. Well, I is less than or equal to length, and I can't do, I know I can't take length of a linked list like this, obviously. I'm just trying to think out loud right now. So length of linked list divided by 2, like this. Let me just try to go through this again. So I do it 1 time and I inject, okay? And then I do it 2 times and I inject. Then I do it 3 times and I inject. Then on the 4th time, I don't want to run. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 divided by 2 is, so that would be integer division, right, is going to be 3. So and I don't want it to run this time. Integer division 2, like this, okay, like this, and then, well, it's less than, because I don't want it to run on the 3rd time, and now let's find the length of linked list. Okay, so length plus equals 1 is equal to 0. I plus equals 1. But then I need to take this 3 and I need to say, hey, you're no longer equal to 3, or your next is no longer equal to 4 anymore. You are now equal to null. So I need to take, so I'm going to put my current here and then inject, put my current here, inject, inject, and then I'm going to come up to here, put current equal to future, which will be 3, and then I am not going to run again if my conception is correct. And so then what I can do is current dot next is equal to none. I don't feel confident about this at all. No, well. Okay, well, copy you and paste you in. Okay, well, it wants to do its balancing. Awesome. Okay, it's done. Balancing again. Okay, that's great. Well, tell me what's wrong, though. Why it works, but it doesn't work, though. But it doesn't work. Okay. Even length list, but not for odd. The middle node ends up pointing to head, but not. Tail dot next is seems like what I'm doing. So where did I go wrong, though? If current no. So let me just comment this out. For blank in length divided by 2, okay. So now I'm just going to kind of copy this. So we get the last one, tail.stat. Yeah, I'm just going to copy and paste it actually. Like this. I just want to see if it actually runs, if that's correct. No? Range. Okay, come on now. All of those are okay. Yeah, should be fine. See, wrong answer. Oh, 真是越来越讨厌这个，我操。So I and j are equal to 0. And then, or no, so, okay. I is equal to 0, j is equal to the length of nodes minus 1. Okay, sure. Well, I is less than j. Nodes of I dot next is equal to nodes of j. I plus equals 1 if man, I'm gonna have to think about this. I don't know. And then recur. Oh boy, recur. Okay, okay. Um. But what was wrong with mine though? Because I thought conceptually it should at least work. I don't know what's wrong with mine. It's like this one. I starting to feel like this is a tomorrow question. I think I failed at this question. Yeah, I'll come back to it tomorrow. Maybe take a photo of it right now, and then I can kind of like study this on my off time. So, there we go. Took a photo of it. I'll try to study it and then come back to it tomorrow. So yeah, that was my attempt. Obviously, it didn't pan out. Kind of failed the problem. But yeah, it proves that so now trying to reflect on this situation proves that I'm still heavily struggling with linked lists. It proved that, what was the thing that I was having difficulty with? I need to nail down exactly what I'm having difficulty on. Trying to figure out how many times I iterate, trying to figure out where I am in the list, trying to figure out when to terminate. Yeah. So try to kind of drill this in my head and reflect on what I did wrong here, and then maybe come back to it tomorrow and see if I can do it. Um, Possibly watch some videos on this problem. Yeah. It's unfortunate because I thought that I was on. I felt, halfway through the problem, I was feeling like, I feel like I'm kind of on the right track, and then just nope, 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 wrong. So it's unfortunate. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, subscribe. And my name is Timothy Lee Grant. I'll see you guys soon.